the first time I'm wearing these. So guys, it is Thursday. Sorry. It's Thursday, April 27th. Yeah, April 27th, 2017. I just found out what I got on my mock exam in AP Calculus. I got 86 points out of 108. And the cutoff for a 5 that he had was 70 points. So that's pretty cool. But, could have actually done better, but I had to guess on a bunch of non-calculator multiple choice. Like I was kind of behind, and there was a lot of them. A lot of the questions that were kind of weird that I couldn't figure out. So that I only got 17 out of 30 points, which is pretty bad compared to what I got on the practice test that I had taken previously. So yeah, I got 14 out of 15 points in the second in the non-calculator, with 14 out of 15 questions correct. And on the FRQs, I got 49 out of 54 of the points, so that's pretty good. So yeah, hopefully, I was like afraid that I wasn't even gonna get a 4, but I didn't know that you only need to have 60 points to get a 4. That's like pretty easy, at least, because if you get almost all the points right on the FRQ, or at least close to that, you're ready. Over 54 points for FRQ, so you already have a 3 if you get all of them right on the FRQ. Not that I would, but you know what I mean. It's pretty easy to get the points on that, and then just to get a few of the multiple choice right, yeah, I could definitely at least get a 4. Even if like a ton of the questions made no sense and there was a bunch of weird FRQs and stuff, I could probably at least get a 4. So yeah. I have a few assignments left in AP Psychology and quite a bit for AP Statistics, but my AP Statistics exam is in 2 weeks and my Psychology is in 4 days, so I think it makes sense I have a lot less in Psychology. But yeah. With Psychology, my main issue is that I don't really know all the vocab too well. I mean, when I did the practice questions, I seem to understand. I have a basic understanding of all the terms, just not like exactly what all of them mean, you know what I mean? But I feel pretty good because I know a lot of the concepts. I think my main issue will be getting like FRQ points where I have to say the exact definition and stuff, but I'm not really good with that because there's so many of them. So yeah, but FRQ is only 33% of your points, and I'm sure I can at least get a 3 on the exam, even if there's a bunch of weird questions. So I'm good with that. There's a lot of people there's like gone because there's like MPA. Say MPA for like course or something, or band or something like that. And there's also like Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and geometry testing. So there's a lot of people, like freshmen and sophomores that are gone for that. I took those tests like Algebra 2 and geometry I took like 2 years ago, the exams, and that was the year where they didn't even count the scores. I got 99th percentile in Algebra 2 and 98th in geometry, which I was pretty surprised of, but kind of not because the questions were so difficult. So even if I didn't really do so amazing, I still could get that high because a bunch of people didn't do so amazing either. So yeah. But the year before, the Algebra 1 counted, and that year, the year I took Algebra 1, 2013-2014 school year. In 7th grade, that was my first year of middle school because I did 6th grade online and 5th grade. That year, everything was like normal. Questions were like the EOC that they had in place was something that had been there for a while already, so it was pretty normal test. So I finally airdropped the last minute qualifier vlog to my computer. I'll be uploading that soon. And also, I'm working on these Supreme Court cases that's due tomorrow for AP Government. Then I have to do this 100-question AP psychology test, then a live lesson, and then I'll only have like 3 AP psychology assignments left, something like that. So that's pretty cool. Exams on Monday, as I was saying earlier. I'm also ordering more Domino's because my mom left my leftovers at home, so I'll still have some leftovers for tomorrow. But right now, I'm gonna order just a sandwich and pasta, so I can eat now. So then I'll still have some from yesterday for tomorrow's lunch. So yeah, and in the morning, like I did this morning. The thing is, I wasn't just eating the same thing. I had like some pizza in my lunch, and I was eating some the pasta in the morning. So yeah. So this time I got it in a bread bowl, and it looks. I started to look at it, and I realized they put Alfredo sauce and not marinara, and it says on our order no Alfredo marinara. So yeah, I'm just gonna get a reorder of this because obviously that's not my fault if it says on the receipt, you know. At least the sandwich is still good, so yeah, it doesn't have Alfredo or anything, it just has marinara, so yeah. I was about to email the cubicle saying I never got the stickers that never came to my original order that they were gonna ship, and my mom said that it came yesterday because I went to ask her to make sure before I sent the email because, you know, I should. And they came yesterday for the GTS2, so I'm gonna re-sticker that hopefully this weekend when I have time, so yeah. So now it came with marinara sauce and not Alfredo, so that's pretty good. Let's see what it tastes like. I'm interested to see how it is with the bread bowl, as I've never had that. Oh, this person is making a desert. Like, what the heck? Why would they make a desert for New Year's Eve? That's like a lot of sand. It's funny how they misspelled this in FOBS tests, so yeah. What the equation for derivatives? What equation? Definition of derivatives? Who would use that? And it says MC colon in the front. Seems like maybe there's a few questions in here that need to be revised or something. No. Not like the question's bad. I mean, equation of derivatives, I mean, that's okay. I mean, it's just because it's not something you really use in calculus doesn't mean it's a bad question for psychology, but you know what I mean? The MC in front of it, that's kind of weird. And also the misspell in here. But I mean, usually things like that usually don't come up. Hello guys, today is April 28th, 2017. It's kind of like the last normal day of the school year, but not even really normal because there's a bunch of people like testing and stuff. Because anyway, next week starts AP exams, and as I said, I have like an AP psychology exam on Monday. So yeah, I still have a few assignments I have to get done tonight. I have 3 more assignments for AP psychology and a ton for AP statistics, but my AP statistics exam is in 13 days, so it's much more than 3 days for AP psychology. So yeah, hopefully if I have time this week, then I can re-sticker the GTS V2 with the cubicle stickers. So that'd be cool. Probably won't have a ton of time for cubing, but I should have at least some. So yeah, there's a competition that was announced. That's like city for that's in Athens on June 3rd and 4th. I would want to go, but 1, it's pretty far, and 2, my mom, that's like the week before summer camp starts, so like she's really busy at the Carter School and stuff that weekend. So pretty much 100% I can't go to that unless some weird thing comes up. But anyways, 40 competitor limit. I'll probably maybe go to at least I can probably go to the Americas competition. It's later that month. It would be a lot to go twice to Georgia, but Americas is much closer than Athens, so it's not as big of a deal. I mean, it's like 4-something hours, getting close to 5 hours, but nowhere near as far as Athens, just much farther. So yeah, there's that.
Where do you get on the step?
And not sure if there'll be a Florida comp in June. There's supposed to be one in May. Never got announced, and it's getting close, so I doubt that it will get announced. There might be one in June, but I heard that there's probably going to be a Cubing Nights competition July 29th, 2017. So that might be the next Florida comp, unless one for June gets announced. So yeah, pretty certain my next comp is Americas. which is in I think about getting close to 7 weeks. I mean, I've waited much longer for comps. It's not a big deal. Anyway, as I am much busy, I'm pretty busy around this time, so it's not really a big deal to wait that long. Because by the time I'm done with AP exams, it'll only be 4 weeks away, which that's not even that long. And I'll have practice and stuff for that. Maybe that'll be the time that I really want to crack down on getting sub 10 for real, like fully sub 10. Pretty close. So I'm warmed up, I can get a ton of sub 10 averages. But not really consistently that. Pretty much consistently sub 10.5 on average, I would say. So there's that. So yeah, and I want to get better at like looking more ahead to things in inspection. Can't really see my first pair that often. And sometimes I can if the cross is pretty easy and preserves things pretty well. Other than that, most of the time I don't really. So there's that. And hopefully GTS V2M warranty gets released soon. I was talking about that earlier this week. But, you know, I'll just get it whenever it gets released. I have the gift card. Not a big deal to wait that much. So, yeah. Finish the psychology project thing. I finished my FRQ, which I feel I did pretty good on, and now all I have left in the class is a segment exam once I submit this, so now I'm going to do that, which is another 100 question exam, but, you know, that's what the AP exam is, so yeah. I just got a 688 with no warm-up. It was like an OLO skip, and at the beginning, I had like 3 F12 pairs in random places, so I just like put them in where they're supposed to be, and I did like M and U stuff, like kind of, it felt like a roux solve, like seriously, which is kind of funny, but I actually put all the cross pieces in, and then I got to the last pair, which is this one, and it was like this, like green here and here, and I mashed it up, put it in, and then it was just a U perm. I was so surprised. That could have been a 5 if I was warmed up, like seriously, that was insane. And I think I lost a scramble because I scrambled it like 3 hours ago, and then I set it down, and I was doing my FOBS, and then I came back to it just now, and then I solved it, and I'm pretty sure its scramble is gone because it's been like 3 hours and the page refreshed, so I think it's gone. Oh my gosh, this is a 3-move cross, and I looked into the first pair, and I skipped a pair, and it was full step. I thought it was about to be my second ever full step sub 7, but unfortunately, on the last, like, the end of it, I locked up. I really don't even remember the PL. I remember the OLO was, yellows right here. And what was it? Oh, it was an A perm where the, this piece was like opposite of these, so I went like, is that out there? But it was like an AUF as well, it was something like this. Something like that, or whatever, and I locked up on the last move. I thought it was about to be a sub 7. It was pretty close. That was insane. That didn't even feel like an amazing solve. It had, if you know my OLO for my 122 best ever, and it's actually officially also, not anymore, but you know what I mean, not my fastest ever, but it had that same OLO. It's like, that is the algorithm. It won't set up the case, but that's the algorithm. So yeah, there's that and a U2 T perm U2, something like that. And it was insane because I was doing edge pairing. I didn't think it was good. I messed up a few times during edge pairing, but I mean, like, it was just in putting the edges in, like, I hesitated. I was afraid my mom was going to walk in and say, why are you still cubing? Because I'm waiting for the password for FOVS exam, so that's why. Anyway, that's insane. First ever sub 20. Not sub 20, sub 120 on 5x5. I'm really happy with this. I finally got the passcode for my AP psychology exam, and now the pizza came, so, because they have like a Friday fun night or something for this month at the karate school, so yeah. I have pizza now. I'm doing my AP psychology exam. My last AP psychology aside. A quick break, and I'm close to the end of my exam, and I did a few corners first solves, and I got one that was sub 30, so that's pretty good. And I only use one algorithm, and that's the 2 flip that flips 2 edges. Well, I mean, I use CLO, but I didn't learn it for this method. That's just use all the corners though. I got an 88% on this one again today. It's so funny because I got an 88 yesterday. Yeah! 100 questions passed. Why did you make that noise?